There's something for everyone in the downtown's three districts: Chauncey Village, Wabash Riverfront, and the Arts and Market. Welcome back to this special edition of Inside Indiana Business of Greater Lafayette Town Hall, powered by Pacer Sports and Entertainment. We're coming to you from the Purdue Rail Yard in West Lafayette, specifically the Purdue Technology Center here at the Purdue Research Park. And you know, downtown development, advanced manufacturing, quality of life issues, whether you are the mayor of Lafayette or West Lafayette, these continue to be top priorities, top of mind initiatives. And both communities are on the move with bold economic development projects like the State Street redevelopment project, Discovery Park District as well. I'm pleased to be joined now by Lafayette Mayor Tony Rozworski and West Lafayette Mayor John Dennis. And mayors, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I want to talk or start our conversation with the word collaboration, because I think in this day and age, you two represent something that's unique. Two mayors of differing political parties who actually get along together. You've known each other for a long time. But that's translated into some of these economic development projects and the work that we're seeing up here.
Well, it really has. You know, a lot of people can just go online anywhere and see some of the great work that we've done. But I think one of the things that really goes unnoticed is how we've done it, the process that we've gone through. And obviously, Tony and I go back many years. I always tell everybody that the only relationship I've had longer than the one I've had with him is my wife. But we work collaboratively together. We realize that, you know, if we're all pulling on the same side of the rope, it's going to make things go much more smoothly. And this isn't just with development. It's with quality of life issues. It's with law enforcement issues. It's in dealing with, if we're doing a major project in West Lafayette, working with Tony and his administration to work on traffic issues. And probably most importantly, it's sort of setting an example for the rest of the state of Indiana that two mayors with two incredible but unique cities can work collaboratively together to make it one amazing area.
Well, when you look at putting in, as John said, whether it is infrastructure, water, sewer, roads, traffic, quality of life issues, but also how we use our financial resources. We can be good stewards of the taxpayers' money by working together on these projects, planning together, whether it is the riverfront or whether we're looking at where that next road goes, or how we pool those resources for quality of life. That collaboration works in a lot of ways to make us more competitive in a global economy.
You talk about there's so many projects going on, big projects here. One of them that would create somewhat of a joint downtown almost is the riverfront development. Talk about that, and I'll have you both talk about it, but talk about that project.
Well, in Lafayette right now, we spend about $15 million in the last couple of years on downtown development. John has spent a lot working on the State Street, but what holds all of that together is the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation. It's a 501c3 that we both serve on, that's working at taking that urban core of Lafayette and West Lafayette and how we develop amenities. We're right in the middle of building our first riverfront promenade, acquiring land parcels that we need.
Yeah, and Mayor, the real connector there is the State Street. Absolutely. State Street, and there's just a massive project underway there.
Absolutely, it's a $120 million road project, which in these days just sounds incredible. But I think Tony really nails it when he talks about making sure that we remember what our focal points are. When you talk about natural resources, it gets no better than that. When you talk about the development that's come from the State Street project, we've got about $500 million worth of development on the east end of the State Street project and another 5+ on the west end with the cooperation with Purdue and Discovery Park. That really makes this a place of choice. It makes it a place where people want to go. And then you put with that the high quality of life that we both share, and then Purdue University. I mean, this is an out of the parker, and it's a no-brainer when it comes to bringing in development.
Some of the issues that many communities face, housing is one. In many communities around the state of Indiana, I know that's a big focus here as well. I just did a housing study.
We really want to look at the whole county. You know, we know what we need to do as far as quality of life, recreation, but a big piece of that also is how are we ensuring that we're building the housing of the future, the neighborhoods of the future that will attract people literally from around the globe, high density, low density, condominiums, homes, different pocket neighborhoods. And so we're doing this study together so we know 10, 15 years down the road what we also need to be doing from a housing standpoint to ensure that we can remain competitive.
What do you see or foresee for your community 20 years out?
More the same. When you have a university like Purdue within your city limits, that sort of really stabilizes a lot of what you do. When you talk about doing the research to make sure that we're doing the right thing with housing, sociologically, housing choices on college students' behalf has changed. They used to want to live in neighborhoods, live in residential areas, they have like dog and tons of roommates and stuff. Now they want to live in sort of high-rise areas. They want to be more densely populated areas. They want to actually be able to walk to where they want to go, where things are happening. Recognizing that is a trend that's going to be coming online in the future. Also, from the Purdue side of the house, making sure that we have complete accessibility with technology.
Give you the last word.
You know, we're looking at quality of life issues with a new baseball stadium, expanding our zoo, our trail systems, but also 10 to 15 years, we're doing, like I said, the housing study and a downtown housing study. We're looking at all of those things so our advanced manufacturing base can continue to grow, our startup, our innovation community can continue to grow, that we're working to create high-paying jobs to give people a high quality of life in our community and look at all the different transportation options that they're going to be looking for in the future and putting the infrastructure in place now to make that happen.
All right, two very busy guys here. Lafayette Mayor Tony Rosworski, also John Dennis, the Mayor of West Lafayette. Thank you both for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
We appreciate it. Thank you.